Ignite is an ongoing series of speedy presentations. They've ranged from building multi-person pogo sticks to hacking chocolate. Any topic that geeks hold dear. Each speaker gets only 5 minutes and 20 slides that auto-advance every 15 seconds. The talk you're about to hear was recorded live at one of the featured Ignite events around the world.
But that is not what tonight's talk about. This is about my other job, which is I'm the identity woman. I'm saving the world with user-centric identity. I've been at it for, you're going too fast, for over 5 years, and I run the Internet Identity Workshop. This is what the talk's about. Who will win the identity war of 2010? Facebook, Twitter, Microsoft, Google, PayPal, or someone else? And it's like, wrong frame. We're a community, we struggle together, we get along, and we love PowerPoint to Keynote. Okay, how will the identity community collaborate in 2010 to make real an identity layer for people? That's the question that needs to be asked. And this whole talk is about how we got there and where we're going. So first of all, we have shared experience. The directory wars of the 90s. People lived through them and they're like, we don't want to do that again. And then you had like Microsoft versus Liberty Alliance and like, people don't want that. So this is our shared vision. It's basically that it's about freedom and autonomy for people, that open standards are essential, there will be no one dominant player, and if we're successful, there will be a big bang, after which we won't understand, like people will do new and different things that we, building it, never imagined. So, context for our shared vision, mailing lists, blogs, both our own and aggregate ones, wikis, and then meetings. We met a lot. And then we had our own conferences and the identity gang. It's like this people who were like, we're gonna do it. And then we developed shared language. So we defined all these terms so we could talk to each other, because it was like we found like 10 different groups of people all talking about the same stuff using different language. So we merged at least our language. And then we developed shared understanding. So the laws of identity were developed by Kim Cameron. And they're like pretty much agreed on by the whole community, and like the opening page of that paper has like 30 people contributed to making this paper. More recently, the properties of identity were developed, and there's like 10 authors of this paper and these specific statements, and they were also coming out of the whole community and our knowledge together of how we understand this problem and what we're trying to do. So we've been meeting face-to-face like crazy. So on the top side of the line are all the other people's conferences. On this side of the line is like our conferences. So this is IIW that I run. So we're heading into number 10 in May. And we have also had other stuff. We're having OSIS Interops and data sharing summits and identity open spaces. We just like meet and meet and meet. So we've had like 30 meetings over 5 years. And it's part of the key. So what have been our successes? So OpenID, no one tells this story, but originally it was like 4 competing protocols. And like at the first IW, they all met. And they're like, this is dumb. Let's just get along. So they developed Yatis, and they're like, that's a shitty name. Let's be OpenID version 2. And then Discovery's been making a lot of progress lately. It's like this key foundational thing, but it was like XRDS, and it was simple and XRD. So that's like more recent. So we have more shared understanding. Here's like all those Liberty Alliance, SAML, enterprise guys. This is OpenID, and this is information cards, which is like client-side apps for doing identity management. And it's like, this is how we understand ourselves. It's like all these things fit together in this complex way. So you want to see collaboration? Like there's a lot of companies, and this is like old. This is like years ago, this was this many companies, like more. So they're all like testing and interoping code and making sure it's working and like really collaborating. So what's been key to this? The unconference format. Because no one sets the agenda except the people who come. So it took out this whole layer of politics. Like identity is like intense, man. And people put forward ideas and share and float stuff all together. So in the last year, we've had these new community participants, and back to those old warriors, they're in the pie too. So it's like real community generation is happening. And the key to this is the peers and the relationships. Like, I could tell you like 10 people and the last 3 companies they worked for and how they're all like interwoven. Like, these companies aren't competing, it's all these people working together. So what's happening now? You got the OpenID Foundation and the Information Card Foundation working with the GSA, General Services Administration, and the NIHI, National Health whatever. NIH. To like make identity work for government. It's like amazing. And what's next? The multi-protocol selector or active clients, like really developing tools on the desktop to empower end users and not have it be a war. It's like, make it work for people. Like, stop all the... So we are doing it. We're using shared language, context, intellectual architecture, vision, history, aspiration, and values. So we are not at war.